My friend, the atmosphere in Philadelphia has simply exploded in the last few hours. The game against the Dallas Cowboys has gained an importance that no one imagined, and now the Eagles are going into war mode. The Cowboys are already treating this duel like a playoff game. The speeches are fiery, and within the Eagles, big news is coming, including about injured stars that could change everything on Sunday. And I guarantee, what I discovered behind the scenes is much bigger than what's being shown in the newspapers. There's provocation, there's pressure, there's a player returning at the right time, and there's an atmosphere of rivalry like you've never seen before. But before I tell you why this Eagles vs. Cowboys game has become the most explosive of the season, leave a like and subscribe now, because what I'm going to reveal here hasn't appeared anywhere else yet, and it will stir the hearts of the Green Nation. The Philadelphia Eagles navigated November with the quiet confidence of a legitimate Super Bowl contender. But in Texas, the Dallas Cowboys approach Sunday's matchup as something much bigger. For them, it's not just another divisional battle. It's the start of what they call their unofficial playoffs. And honestly, they don't have much of a choice. With a daunting 4-5-1 record and 4 wins behind the Eagles, who are in excellent form, one slip-up could end their postseason dreams before December even arrives. That's why star CeeDee Lamb didn't hold back when speaking to reporters earlier this week. Technically, we can approach this as a playoff game. Win or go home, Lamb said. That's the mentality we need to have going forward. It's a bold statement, but bold statements don't guarantee bold results. Just ask the Detroit Lions. Defensive pillar Aiden Hutchinson called last week's matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles a life-or-death game. And Philadelphia not only lived up to expectations, but also stifled one of the NFL's best offenses, limiting Detroit to just 9 points, well below their explosive average of 31.4 points per game. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott insists, however, that Dallas is maintaining focus, even under the pressure of the situation. Every game from here on out is crucial, Prescott said. But first things first, it's against Philadelphia, a major division rival. There's no better place to start turning things around. Meanwhile, on the Eagles' side, coach Nick Sirianni continues to preach a message of discipline and consistency, a message that has defined his tenure. Sirianni told reporters that they approach this matchup differently than other head-to-head games, based on the team's identity. I know we're in Dallas, he said. I know what this means for both cities, but if we prepare for this game any differently than any other, we won't have done our job in the weeks leading up to it. It's clear that Sirianni's mantra, "every week is championship preparation," is in effect. The Philadelphia Eagles defense has quietly evolved into one of the most oppressive units in the NFL, turbocharged by the arrival of Jalen Phillips, acquired just before the trade deadline. His impact was immediate and undeniable, helping the Eagles defense allow only 16 total points in their last 2 games. But now, that unit faces its toughest task yet, stopping the second-best offense in the league, a desperate and cornered offense, ready to risk everything. While the defense is in great shape, the Eagles' offense remains the great enigma of 2025. One season seems unstoppable, the next disjointed and inefficient. In the first meeting between the teams in September, the numbers, ironically, reflected the season averages. Saquon Barkley rushed for 60 yards and Jalen Hurts finished with 152 yards. But what really made the difference that afternoon? Hurts' mobility. He rushed for 62 yards, matching his season high and extending offensive drives when the Cowboys had no answers. Hurts reflected on that Week 1 game earlier this week, offering a simple yet powerful perspective. We won back then, we're winning now, but we're still growing. And that growth, especially on defense, perfectly sets the stage for what's to come. And amidst all this playoff pressure, the Eagles finally received some news that changes the tone of the week. And that brings us directly to the second big news of the week, one that could very well determine the tone, pace, and outcome of Sunday's matchup. As the Eagles continue to prepare to face Dallas with the weight of rivalry and playoff implications hanging in the air, the franchise finally received the kind of news fans have been eagerly awaiting. 2 key players, both injured, have shown significant improvement for the weekend's game. And in a game where every inch counts, availability may be the most important factor of all. The first big news revolves around Jalen Phillips, the quarterback pressure force whose arrival on trade deadline instantly elevated the Philadelphia Eagles defense to one of the most feared units in the NFL. On Wednesday, Phillips participated in practice in a limited capacity due to a persistent shoulder issue, the kind of injury that causes apprehension among fans, especially considering how important he has become in such a short time. But on Thursday, everything changed. Phillips has been cleared to fully participate in practice, a sign that his shoulder is responding well and that he is on track to be fully available on Sunday. And it's not happening. Phillips's impact is undeniable. In just 2 games with the Eagles, he has racked up 11 tackles, 1 sack, 1 fumble recovery, 4 quarterback pressures, and 2 tackles for loss. Numbers that barely describe the destabilization he causes on every play. His presence has forced opposing offenses to adjust, opened up spaces for his teammates, and injected a level of energy and aggression into the defensive line that has reshaped the unit's identity. Losing him, even temporarily, could have been a devastating blow. Instead, the Eagles seem to be recovering at exactly the right time and against the right opponent. But Phillips isn't the only news. The situation of Cam Jurgens, the team's starting inside offensive lineman, was the biggest concern earlier in the week. Jurgens missed Wednesday's practice while recovering from a concussion, a situation that always calls for caution and always raises questions about whether a player will be cleared in time. However, Thursday brought a wave of optimism. Jurgens returned to the field in a limited capacity and on Friday progressed again, participating in drills and steadily advancing in the NFL's multi-step clearance process. For a team already missing Lane Johnson, whose absence has weakened the offensive line, Jurgens' potential return represents stability, communication, and experience, all essential elements to face a Dallas defense that excels at pressing. His availability will only be officially confirmed after the final injury report, but the moment is encouraging. If he is active, it will give the Eagles a much better chance to protect Jalen Hurts, establish the running game, and maintain the rhythm that has been so difficult to achieve at certain points this season. The truth is simple. When Jurgens isn't on the field, the effects are felt immediately. Backup quarterback Brett Toth has performed admirably this year, but losing 2 starters on the offensive line in a crucial divisional matchup would test even the strongest teams in American football. The fact that Jurgens is showing improvement, practicing on Thursday and again on Friday, is one of the biggest breakthroughs the Eagles have had for the most important game in November. These 2 updates, Phillips' full return and Jurgens' medical clearance, may not appear in the best moments of the game, but it's these details that decide rivalry games. It's these small advantages that change the course of the game, shape strategies, and influence every matchup on the field. And with a desperate Cowboys team arriving in Philadelphia hoping for a playoff berth, every ounce of strength, every inch of health, every available starter matters. The Eagles come into the week with renewed energy, a strengthened roster, and a clearer vision of who will be ready to battle under the stadium lights on Sunday night. With the Cowboys approaching this matchup as a playoff identity game, the Eagles honing their game on both sides of the ball, and 2 key Philadelphia starters struggling to return in time. Do you believe the Eagles are about to make their biggest statement of the 2025 season Sunday night? Or is Dallas really dangerous enough to turn this NFC East battle upside down? Leave your opinion here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Eagles news.